Looking back now, I, like everyone else, would have done things differently. If only I had known those words, "it will never happen again," were just words, and like everything else he said, a complete lie. These are the events leading up to my leaving, and it's what has happened since. It was a day that will stay with me forever. I was babysitting at my home for my 6-month-old grandson. He was sat on my lap playing with his toys. Grandad walked in the room. I asked him about his girlfriend, and with this he shouted, "If you didn't have hold of that baby, I'd kill you," followed quickly by, "Sod it, I will anyway." He flew across the room and proceeded to strangle me. One hand holding Babe tightly, I struggled to push him off of me. That night I decided to leave, and next morning set about this. Deciding what to pack was the next problem. So many memories, photos, the children's items, etc., but only able to take what I could carry. I was booked into a women's refuge. Arriving there was a terrible moment in time. I wanted to go back, saying goodbye to the children who were still living at home was terrible, although they understood. And I knew this was the right thing to do. But I couldn't let him hurt little one. If he had fallen off my lap during the struggle, he would have hit his head on the fireplace. Loneliness hit me. I'd never been so alone. Settling into the refuge was a strange experience, having been used to having a family around me. And suddenly there was a house full of women going through the same thing, all doing their best to keep going. My throat was still hurting. I kept hoping it would stop, but I needed a doctor. The GP sent me to a throat specialist who was very kind and gentle. He had dealt with this injury before. After several visits to him, I was sent to a speech therapist. While still seeing her, I discovered a lump, and the next nightmare began. Getting back to events while receiving hospital care, I attended a training scheme and got myself 5 qualifications and managed to find a new home. 9 months after leaving, I got the keys to my new home. The police came and fitted locks on all the doors and windows, but I didn't feel safe and still don't. Once a death threat has been made, it is usually carried out, the experts tell me. 3 times in all he has told me he will kill me. Time moves on, and gradually I got my place sorted out. My nerves are still bad. I don't trust men, and I live alone. I have no self-belief, but in 2 years I haven't been hit. Anyone out there, leave the first time it hits you. Don't leave things like I did. If you don't, the beatings will continue. The one thing these men have in common is their ability to lie convincingly to everyone. To everyone else, he's a nice guy, but I know differently. He is now living with somebody else. She has my sympathy. I know what she has to come.